Melissa, and today I'm going to discuss with you guys about how feedback can help to expand and grow your medical practice. So if you like this and want some more, go to YouTube and subscribe. So here's the thing. I'm an athletic therapist, and it doesn't matter whether you're an AT, PT, OT, RT, massage, chiro, a physician. Feedback is one of the most important things to get from a patient, okay? So for those of you who are not too sure about ATs and or kind of how we do our certification. So back in the day, if you're older, you know this, the national exam consisted of a 3-hour practical. And so half was your field and half was your clinical. And so what we did was we had study groups, and we would spend about 3 months studying. And here is the takeaway on that part is we never did a pat on the back or like, oh, that's great, that's lovely, and that's it. We worked on constructive criticism, and I feel like the skills from that helped me to grow and to refine what I do in clinic, but also take that from it, that concept, and use it to help my patients. So when you're looking at treating your patients, Hey everybody, I'm Melissa, and today I'm going to discuss with you guys about how feedback can help to expand and grow your business in the medical field. So if you like this video and you want some more, hi everybody, I'm Melissa, and today I'm going to discuss with you guys about how feedback can help to expand and grow your medical practice. So if you like this video and you want some more, go to my YouTube channel and click subscribe. So I'm an athletic therapist, and it doesn't matter whether you're an AT, PT, OT, RT, chiro, massage, if I didn't miss anything, sorry, and obviously physician. Feedback is super important to get from your patients. Now, a little bit of his backstory for me is that as an AT, and I've been certified for a while, back in the day for our clinical and field practical combined together is 3 hours. So pretty intense. And we would study for 3 months straight, and every time we did our field or clinic scenarios, it was never a pat on the back like, good job. We did that, but not so much. It was the constructive criticism that really stuck with me, because you know, that's how you grow and you learn. And so it'd be like, you know what, try your body positioning this way, or shift this, or try this technique, or have you looked up this, or, you know, like, we're giving feedback to help the person to improve what they're doing, not go, no, I don't care about you. It was a whole team effort, and I loved it. And so I try to do that in my private practice, is take that constructive criticism. Not always everyone takes that nice, but you try to, you know, figure out where you can go with it. And I try to use that in my practice. So one thing I find that helps really well is when I'm treating a patient, and especially for new ones, sometimes, or a lot of, the majority of people I notice, their sense of body awareness isn't there. They don't know how they stand and shift or move, or that they're compensating on so many levels. And so one thing I like to do is teach patients about that, so they can recognize pain and discomfort, or, you know, that's good pain, like muscle soreness, right? So it's like, oh, that feels good. So then they can, you know, feel empowered and independent and take care of themselves, which is what we want in the whole long and short of it, right? Because that's part of being in the medical field. We're not in here to be rich. We're here to help and give more opportunities to people, right? And show them there's so much more out there. So patients, they get used to it when they're here. Is I'm like, okay, how's that feel? Did you notice this? Is this shift? Did this move? Do you feel like you're sinking in? So for those of you who aren't good with that, pull out a thesaurus, okay? I love dictionaries. Oh, I think I'll have 2 thesauruses. Anyways, but I love them, okay? Why? Because not everyone uses the same terms, and that's something I've learned over the years, is that sometimes I have to say to patients, I'm like, oh, this is angry, and they get it. And some people have, like, if I'm like, oh, this feels tight, or this is firm, or this has too much tension, or this is really loose, like, a lot of times, and you wouldn't think this is the case, but it is, people don't understand or can make that connection. So figure out how can you communicate so you can get that proper feedback from the patient, so you guys can work as a team and grow and do more with your practice, right? So today I have a patient, chronic, and it's just a lot of complications and things going on. It wasn't just one injury, it was multiple. And so trying to put out fires, it's a tough thing to do. So today I know I had to work on their head pain and their hip pain. And so here's where the long of the short is why is it important to get that feedback? Okay, so I was working on their hip, and all of a sudden they get excruciating pain in their head. And they told me this later they're like, yeah, if I hadn't said something, I would have like just pushed you away or like gotten off the table because it hurt that much. And so, but because I've got them trained to give me that feedback and be comfortable to do that, and I'm not offended because it's like, you're here, I'm here to help you. So just give me guidance. Let me know how your body is responding. I will work that with it because that's my job. I fly by the seat of my pants because I cannot have anything set up in stone because I never know. Every day is different. Every patient is different. If you step funny off of something, boom, that changes everything I've done. So I never have anything planned out, which is why I'm always doing paperwork later. Anyways, so I start working on the hip, and all of a sudden they get this excruciating pain. So then I try and use a different therapy tool. Okay, that's still not better. Okay, so I try a different therapy thing and technique. Okay, comes down a little bit, but then as I work on a different spot, nope. But then I try something else, and oh, look, that helps. Okay, good. So I'm like always asking, like, is it good? Is it bad? Is it ugly? Or is it the same? And so they're like, I don't notice anything. I'm like, I'll take that. So again, it's figuring out that language and the communication. That's where it's really going to help you to expand and grow. So if you're a student and you don't know how to communicate with people, think of different ways of how you can communicate. So then I started working on other parts of the hips, and then pain was kind of happening. Then I worked by the ribs. No, still not. So I flipped them over, and I'm like, let's try something else. And so I applied some therapy tools onto them, and okay, so it kind of calmed down a bit. Good. All right. So I start working on other spots. All of a sudden, bang, got that sharp pain. Okay, well, let's adjust. So by the end, got them to calm it down. Okay. And if you saw my video from before about the stretching on the therapy stool, yeah, oh my gosh, that was the first time in a long, long time I've heard from this patient be just thrilled and happy to have something so simple that they could do at work and feel the relief from it, that they were just hanging out there and was like, cool, go to town, I'll go get other things done, but I want you to feel good leaving here. It may not be able to get you great, but at least if we can calm down the pain, settle it down, then perfect. Okay, so feedback is super important, guys. If you don't talk to the patient, if you don't ask them what's going on, and the other thing is you want to be able to create a relationship that, you know, they are comfortable sharing things with you. Another part with feedback is find out what's going on in their life. I know I'm a chatterbox, and that's okay. It works for me because being a chatterbox helps people, I find, to, you know, loosen up, but also tell me things about themselves. And the thing is, when you find out that patients are having a rough time in their personal life and this and that, you create that bond. And so that feedback is even more important because that stress from the other part of their life may be contributing to all of these issues. May not be the main cause of it, but it may be affecting what's going on. So there's a lot more going on than people realize. And so that's what I'm hoping with the takeaway from all the stuff I'm doing online is, honestly, I want people to have a better feel, a better taste in their mouth afterwards with the medical field, and that, you know what, we're not trying to hose you, we're trying to help you out, we're trying to help you to take care of yourself, be independent, feel empowered, and grow as a person, and enjoy life, and not feel like you're restricted and that's it. So guys, that's my takeaway today is, honestly, look at feedback, look at communication, pull out a thesaurus or figure out different ways to explain things. The other thing is, you know, for students, if you're practicing, try practicing and pretending that your patient's 5 years old. Figure out ways of how you ask them these things, or they're 90 years old. What are the vocabulary they use there, right? I have to change my mannerisms. I change my grammar. I change, or not grammar, but I change the vocabulary I'm using depending on who's in here. So if you want to be really good and expand and grow and take care of your business and your patients and show them the respect that they're going to give you in return, figure out how do you communicate and how do you get that feedback so you can work together and them not feel frustrated that, oh, you know, you left me hanging. No, if they can see you're trying and you are making that effort instead of just doing this and that's it, they're going to appreciate that you're making that effort and time. So try that out and see. And like I said, guys, if you like this video and want some more, please follow on, click subscribe for YouTube, and yeah, and any questions, definitely direct message me or comment below. Okay, take it easy, guys.